You need to catch your breath. Now, why are we going to France this year?
Okay, we're going to France because the vision behind Women of Valor, Anamoah, she has a goal, and she has a vision as well for this program, the conference we organize. We are in our 3rd year.
Right.
So this year, she had the option of either going out of Ghana, staying in Ghana, remaining on the continent, but then she felt, okay, this is a brand I would like to take to the global level. And so, being the audacious woman that she is, she decided to take it out of Ghana and Africa and took us all the way to Europe, because her word for the year is audacity.
Audacity.
And the theme for this year is the audacity of courage. And if you don't have the kind of audacity she has, you wouldn't dare take a conference in its 3rd edition out of your comfort zone. But because she's audacious, that is where we are at the moment. So that is why we decided to go to France. And one of the key things also that informed her decision to choose Paris is because of the theme or the motto of Paris itself. It translates in English as she's battered by the waves, but she doesn't, break. Put it loosely. And so that is what she seeks to tell when it comes to the story of women of courage, that we may be confronted with so many challenges along the way, but it is that audacity to remain courageous that will take us through the journey. And she believes that as women, we can hold our hands to do that together. And that is why we are in France, and that is why we are in Paris.
See, I didn't have to come here.
She could have done this job easily.
Come along.
Right, Nana, but now that we're in Paris, is that to say that we're moving from there to other iconic cities, and Ghana will never happen again?
Well, eventually we'll come back to Ghana.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Okay.
We will. I mean, this is where it was birthed, so we'll definitely come back. But I want to position it as a global event.
Right.
A global event. And so that's one of the inspirations behind it. To position it as a global event so that everyone, becomes a part of the story. Whenever we travel to, you have people in there participating, so they don't have to travel all the way to Ghana. So basically, that's it. Yeah.
That is wonderful. 3rd year running. What has the experience been like so far?
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Did you and Starr have the same news or something? It's been wonderful. I mean, it's been exciting. A few challenges, but it's been exciting to a large extent.
And I love the theme this year. It actually speaks so much to the woman you are, because I mean, look, I've known you for a very long time, even before I met you, and I've seen you go through so many things that obviously it doesn't face you at all, and you always come back even stronger. How do you manage that? Let's talk about you for a minute. How do you manage that? How are you able to just?
I'm unbothered.
Yeah.
I'm really unbothered.
Really?
Yeah, I'm unbothered.
Okay.
I'm very. I mean, I think people sometimes take me too seriously. I've come to notice that people take me overly, too seriously.
We shouldn't.
Well, you should, but sometimes, sometimes I don't take myself seriously, and I notice that the times that I'm not taking myself seriously, that's when people take it so seriously. Anyway.
Right.
But the bottom line is that I really do not give a toss what anybody thinks about me, and that should be the attitude of everybody.
Right.
You shouldn't really be bothered about what the next person is thinking about you. If it is a great thought, that's fine. If it is not, that's their cup of tea. Because the thing is, you wake up in the morning and you have an idea of how you want your day to pan out. You don't allow anybody to get into that space to disturb you, to change your course of action in the day. And so that's my mentality. I'm really not bothered about what the next person thinks about me. And the next person thinks beautiful things about me. They know, and they know why they think beautiful things about me. If the person thinks bad about me, they know why. I am not interested in knowing the good and the bad.
Right.
I'm just living my life, and if I make an impact, so be it. If I don't, that's it.
Right.
But really, I'm not bothered.
Right.
Yeah.
So essentially, your belief in yourself and what you know about yourself is enough. Nobody else should get in the way of that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think that should be the attitude of a lot of people.
Right.
Because people waste their time so much caring about what people are saying about them. You set out, you have a project, you have an ambition, there is this particular thing you want to do. You're thinking, what will people say about me? But these people really do not matter. They don't matter. Do you understand?
Right.
They don't matter. So be yourself, be happy, do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, you are choosing your sanity over everything else. You're choosing your sanity over everybody else. If it doesn't make you sane, walk away from it, remove yourself from it. And that's what I do. I cherish my sanity, and if I feel whatever Natalia is going to do or say will affect my sanity, I just cut you off. I remove you from my space, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your speakers this year. How did you come to the speakers this year? Because every year you give us, a new direction, new women who have obviously been confronted with so many different things and have obviously, come up at the end of the day. How did you come to the speakers this year?
The theme for this year, the audacity of courage, was a key factor
Right.
with regard to selecting our speakers for this year. One of our main speakers is Chidema Vanessa Owe Adechina. You know her, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is the Miss Universe Nigeria and the Miss Universe first runner-up as well, and Miss Universe Africa and Oceania. Did I say Oceania? Oceania.
It's okay.
Pardon me. You know her story. You know what she went through, all the way from South Africa, eventually to Nigeria, and then at the global level. Her story epitomizes the audacity of courage. Because what she went through, somebody would end up losing their confidence forever. And thankfully, when she was going through that phase, there was also another entity, Silverbird Nigeria, that also came into the picture to help her. So for someone like that, as she epitomizes our theme for this year, it also talks about and lets us appreciate how sometimes you cannot do it all by yourself. You need a support system to carry you along. And that support system may not necessarily be women all through. It could come from all areas. But we are also championing that as women, we'll hold our hands and get through this together, regardless of what the situation is. And when you hear the stories of some of these individuals, it gives you the courage to keep pushing, to let you know that you are not alone in this particular situation, and that there are many other people that may have gone through what you have gone through, and that the fact that they were able to make it should let you know that you can also make it. There are moments where you are in your little corner, you're thinking, this is unsurmountable.
God, why?
God, why? You say, why me? But
Why
not
me?
you?
Why not you? Yes.
Why not you too? Why should it be
Yeah,
somebody else?
yeah.
They say they will not give you a burden you cannot carry. But when you think that you are overburdened, you can also share, and then someone can help you out. So Chidema is one of the speakers. We also have Anna Shebenina. I had to always break her name into syllables. So she's a real estate executive, but this is an individual who moved all the way from Russia, right? And came to Europe. She's a modeled for major brands, and decided to veer into real estate. I'm sure many people think that that is an avenue for the men, but this is an area she is thriving. And she's going to share her story with us.
Right.
We also have, I'm sure you know Tucci,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because of her iconic voice. I always say that. Tucci Ibowi. She is a founding member of the Ghana Commodity Exchange, and she's also the chief executive. She's also one of the speakers there. Many people see her on social media, or they may have even heard her voice in years past on arts they didn't know, on voiceovers they didn't know it was her,
Yeah.
and what she's doing at the moment. To be a founding member of something as crucial as the Ghana Commodity Exchange is no child's play.
Yeah.
It does require a lot of courage to do what these women are doing, and that is why we selected all these amazing women
Right.
to come and share their stories with us.
Right, absolutely. So the selection process, is it that, Nana, I mean, these are women you already know, or do you have to like reach out to them? You know?
No, not quite. Of course, I didn't know Chidima from anywhere.
Right.
I didn't know Anna as well, but she came in highly recommended.
Okay.
Yeah, she came in highly recommended. It wasn't easy getting to her, but eventually I did. I had to be audacious.
I know.
Eventually I did. Then for Chidima as well. Chidima was just an IG, Instagram. I sent her a DM. And 2 minutes later, her team contacted me.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Very
2 minutes.
responsive.
Yeah,
I
2 minutes later,
Yeah.
they contacted me on WhatsApp because I left a number there for them. They sent me a WhatsApp and they said, okay, what does it take, blah, blah, blah. Within 5 days, we had concluded on Chidima.
Wow.
Yeah, same with Anna. When I eventually got through to her, she listened to me and she said, you know what? Now that you are talking about it, you have never shared my story, but hearing you speak is bringing back so many memories, the what I have gone through in life, and I am happy to share my story. You know, so I didn't know her.
Yeah.
So these two were the outliers for me.
Right.
But the rest of them, Mame, Tucci, Shika, I knew.
Very, very interesting. And I remember one time, Nana, you said to me that, because one of the things that I see you do a lot is, typically people that do not know you will DM you about this and that, and you're so quick to respond to them, and even sometimes go the extra mile of supporting them or helping them do this and that. And one time she said to me that, you know, she just goes where the spirit leads, like, you know, because it's not so much the whatever you're saying, but it's how she feels about it. If it's something that, you know, she has to go with, she would definitely run with it. And I see, for me, the fundamental of the entire Women of Valor is the audacity.
Yeah.
Really going out and doing what you want to do and making sure that you achieve it, because at the end of the day, it's about you.
Exactly.
And the fact that you want to do this, and so you make it happen. Now, for young women who are listening, who may feel like they are left out because maybe they cannot afford to go to France, how do we connect?
We'll be streaming online.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll be streaming
online.
online on Facebook and YouTube, on my pages, and then that of Women of Valor.
Right.
They are not left out at all.
Even though we can't eat some of the food. Or drink whatever drink.
Exactly. So you can buy your drink, and as you are watching,
You're drinking alongside.
sing along. Yeah,
Very
that's
interesting.
It. Yeah.
But for anyone who may still want to go,
It's too late.
It's too late.
Yes, it's too late now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, they can't go with you, but maybe even if they go on their own, they can't attend.
Why would you? Then you have to apply on your own, because
Right.
whoever is applying for a visa is applying because they are attending Women of
Women
Valor.
of Valor.
You can't
Right.
apply for the visa outside. I mean, of course, you can apply on your own.
Right.
But if it is because of Women of Valor, then it must mean that you are attending
Right.
the event. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if there's anyone who maybe already lives there or something and
Still
hasn't
closed,
gone
but
through.
they bought the ticket. So we had two options.
Okay.
There was the online portal for people outside Ghana,
Okay.
people who didn't require a Schengen visa.
Right.
They could buy online. That is closed as well.
Okay.
Then we had Ghanaians who did not have visas but wanted to travel with us to
Right.
Paris for
Okay.
this. And so they signed on to our travel packages, and
Travel
the
wings.
majority of them have already secured their visas for it.
Right.
And it's not just the event, we've planned tours for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a river cruise.
Yeah. Okay.
There is the Eiffel Tower second level tour. There is a half day city tour just to explore Paris,
Yeah.
because Paris is such a beautiful city. So many places to go. The Louvre. There's so many places to go to in Paris. And if you have extra funds, I would say Paris to the Champagne region, and that's where champagne is made, and that's
Yeah.
why it's only called Champagne when it's from Champagne.
Yeah.
It's just an hour from Paris. You can go there if you love Champagne. Go and check out Veuve Clicquot, Veuve Peltier, Moet en Chandon. It's all there. You can go there. You can also go there. Parents who are traveling with their children, and I said to them that it's an opportunity to go to it's an opportunity to go to Disney. To go to Disney, which is also just about an hour from Paris. You can go there. You can go to Versailles to understand France, because France was a monarchy until Louis the 14th was was it 14th or 16th? Louis the 14th? Louis the 14th. Louis the 14th. Yes.
Just a Google away.
So you will understand why France is what it is.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn about France. The revolutions, the reinvention.
Yeah.
France is not just France. The city of Paris is associated with the movements for equality, for reinvention, for transformation. So it resonates so much with Women of Valor. And so if you attend the event, and the event is just an evening event, it's just for 4 hours, the rest of the days you have time to explore. One of the people attend, 4 of them, the influencers who applied to go, they said to me, we want to go to Barcelona. We want to go to this city. And I said, just make sure you have money.
Absolutely.
Just carry money, There's so much you can do.
There's so much you can do. I see the passion when you talk about Paris. It's like you love the place, don't you?
I do. Well, my favorite city in the world is London.
Right.
Yeah, I love London.
Right.
But I do love Paris as well. Paris is a unique city. It's a beautiful city. At the risk of sounding very biased, I think Paris is prettier than London.
Yeah.
But London has a certain vibe, that I love. But Paris is a beautiful city. It's the culture. Of course, when you go to London, there is history. You can't take away the history of the British monarchy, the country. You can't take. But France has its own as well. They have their own rich history. Then there is a fashion.
Yes.
There's the fashion, and then there is the food. And for those traveling with us in my group, I want to introduce them to French gastronomy, because I know some of them are planning to take kenke and shit up. I mean, what is that? They need to leave it behind. I'm introducing them to proper French gastronomy, because I love food and I love exploring. I love exploring food. I love exploring. People sometimes say, "What is this? How are you even satisfied eating that?" So I want to introduce them to gastronomy and then to fashion as well. So they can stop using.
That would be really, really nice.
They
Very
can stop
nice.
using fake things.
And the way you speak about London, are we to expect that maybe we'll go next year to London?
Well,
we almost ended up there.
that was the first consideration, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot of people are very disappointed. They thought, once it's not by to London.
Know.
Yeah, but they were surprised that I went to Paris. I chose Paris because Paris is not my comfort zone. London is a comfort zone for me. It's second home.
Right.
But Paris is more audacious.
Yes.
Number one, the language.
But you speak French?
No, I don't.
No?
But I'm learning.
She's learning.
Yeah, I'm learning it. And so in the last, how many trips that I've gone, I try not to speak English.
Right.
I try to speak French more with the taxi drivers, with the shop attendants.
What would you say? So typically if you're in a restaurant and you want to go through maybe, I don't know, like the wine menu, what would you say to the waiter?
Wine is vin.
Okay.
Vin.
So what would you say?
That
To the waiter, like, you bring me the wine menu, let me see, take something.
Why is this? Exercise. I know. So it's part of the audacity, personally.
Right.
But also, I just want people, and I'm happy that a lot of the people attending, first timers. They've never traveled out of Ghana before.
Right.
And so this is an opportunity for them. They're receiving visas for the first time, and I've been shocked at the excitement of receiving a visa. I don't understand. People said it's a prayer topic. I'm like, don't you have things to tell God?
I know.
Why are you praying for a visa?
I know.
You can understand them as surprise.
Yeah.
Because it's not her reality.
No, because somebody said,
you know, when there were 3 people who went to submit, and they, are we going to be interviewed? I'm like, no, you're just submitting your document. Just submit your documents and go home.
Yeah.
And then for 4 or 5 days, when the visa hadn't been issued, they couldn't sleep. They were on the edge, sitting on pins. And so when the visa finally came, they said, oh God, I have been, this is a prayer topic.
Oh my God.
Don't you have serious things to discuss with God?
I know. But here's what, you know, for a lot of people who would sit somewhere and pray about their visas and whatever, they actually haven't gone through the process. They just sit there and, you know, imagine that it is such a difficult thing.
Well, it can be intimidating,
Right.
depending on the mission you're going to, where you're going to. In some of the you know, missions, it's
quite,
pretty
intimidating.
intimidating.
Right.
And also, I mean, you can't stop anybody from dreaming. There are people who think that they are better off in Europe or
Right.
in Canada
Right.
or in the US or whichever country they want to go, and they feel that that is where they have to go. And you know, it's through this process that I realized that people struggle with documentation.
Yeah.
Documentation is such a problem,
Exactly.
and people are receiving salaries, but it's not going through their bank accounts, and so they have jobs. And I say you need to bring a bank statement, because without a bank statement, you won't get the visa.
Yeah.
And they bring the bank statement, they have a lump sum in their account, but on a regular, monthly, there's no salary coming in.
Yeah.
But they have a job. How are you getting paid? Oh, they give me cash in the office.
Over the counter.
And so it's very difficult. Documentation is a problem for a lot of people. And that is why people get refused so often. And then there are those who also think that by all means I have to go, and they are forging documents. I mean, I've seen a few documents that have been forged, and I said to I said to Travel Wings, no, take them out. Because I also have a reputation to protect
Absolutely.
at the embassy. And so we sift through and send our final list to the embassy. Of course,
Right.
the embassy is not going to issue the visa because it is Women of Valor.
Right.
They do their own independent work, and if they feel Nandede deserves a visa,
Yeah.
they give Nandede the visa.
Na speaks French. She's my French tutor, by the way. She teaches me and then I forget. She's now she says she won't mind me again. I'm not a good student at the end of the
She
day.
wanted to start.
I wanted to start this interview speaking French, but what she taught me, I forgot.
Well, you forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
It's okay. It's always like that.
She wanted to say good morning.
Bonjour.
But I know bonjour. I was going to
How
say.
are you doing this
Yeah, yeah. How are you doing?
Comment vas-tu?
Comment vas-tu ce
Comment
matin?
vas-tu?
Yeah,
Or
comment
you
vas-tu
could,
ce
you could just say
matin?
ça va.
Ça va?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
simply
With a
you could-
question mark.
because we
Ça va?
have an
Yeah.
informal relationship.
Right.
So you know my shock in France as well.
Yeah.
You know, the French language is a very interesting
Yes.
language. Apart from dealing with the masculine and the feminine,
You
you
have to
also
do-
need to deal with the informal and the
And formal.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so if I'm meeting you for the first time, I cannot come and speak informal language with
Yeah.
you. They find it's
Right.
disrespectful.
Oh, right.
It's like meeting somebody in Ghana that you've never met before, and then I see you, Natalia. I don't know you from Adam. I see you and I say, Wagwan, Natalia. Do you know how ridiculous?
Right.
That's exactly how the French.
Oh, that's how they
language-
feel.
So let me give you an example. You say, so we have an informal relationship. So I can
Right.
say, comment tu vas? Tu, I'm using tu for you.
Right.
But if I do not know
It's
you,
vous.
it's supposed to be vous.
Yeah,
Comment allez-vous?
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's like, and then it's the same with assez toi and assez vous.
I say vous.
You
So
can't
vous
just
is, vous is formal and respectful.
Right.
So it's either you don't know the person or you're showing respect.
Oh.
So tu is
imagine.
more
And
formal.
that was
interesting.
my shock, because I had a meeting and then I walked in thinking, oh, I'm going to speak French, and they were like,
Oh my God.
and then I said, I think that's a faux pas. And the faux pas is French. So they're like, yeah, I mean, this is formal. I'm like, all right, forgive me.
I know.
I had no idea.
Yeah. But it's always good because
It's
you
a learning
learn.
process.
Yes, it's
but
a learning
French is such a
process.
beautiful language.
Absolutely.
I wish we had all taken it seriously.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I. It was only yesterday at Anamoah talking about the fact that our educational system needs so much more than it's given us.
But these days, there's a lot of things to.
not
There's so
enough.
many apps.
Yeah.
Apps, yes, but I'm talking like
Okay.
formal
School.
education. You know,
Yeah.
it's never
Hasn't it
enough.
changed?
Was it always mean for?
No, it hasn't
French
changed.
teachers were not mean.
The
I don't
French-
know. We're not mean.
But you see, French was because in my school
Yeah.
we did local languages. So Dichi or
Yeah,
Ga,
or
because
Ga.
I learned Ga
Yeah.
in school. I was writing Ga,
Yes.
the and
And so you
all.
had to choose between Ga, Tree, or French?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No,
So we didn't have
we had French as a subject on its own.
on its own, and then
we
you had the
have-
local one as well.
We studied Ga as well.
Very interesting. All right, so I'm not going to France.
What a shame.
What a shame. I'm heartbroken because my bestie. I'm going to have to drop her after this interview.
Which bestie are you talking about?
Isn't it you?
Me?
Yeah.
I know her not.
Why? What's the problem?
we have fallen out. Our friendship didn't. It
Well,
didn't stand the
fallouts are
test.
good.
It didn't stand the test of time.
Else can be good.
Can be good.
Well, if it maintains your sanity.
This one, she promised me a birthday dinner.
Birthday dinner. But when was your birthday?
Last year.
And
Last
you're
year.
still
October.
holding on to something from October. Oh, you are so petty.
She is my middle name.
So we're here. We're looking forward to this year's edition of Women of Valor, and I'm very excited. You know, for all the people who are traveling, especially the first timers.
I can't wait to see them in Paris.
I know they are looking
can't
forward
wait
to it.
to enjoy escargot.
Escargot, that's new.
Yeah.
I love escargot. I knew that a very long time ago.
Yeah.
But
Because
Nana,
of your
tell
love
me,
for food.
because of my love for food. But Nana, tell me, so these visas that have been acquired, will it take someone to the next Women of Valor in case you're doing it in Europe?
No,
No,
it's
they'll
not-
have to go back
For
and-
the first time, you're getting just a month.
Okay.
And then you have a limited time to
Okay.
stay, just like every visa.
Right.
In the world,
Okay.
you can't stay the entire duration of the visa.
right.
Yeah, but majority of them got a month. For the events, they are staying for about 7 days.
Okay.
And but it's for a month. If you come back to Ghana, and you want to go back to it's a Schengen, so
Yeah.
you can go to any
You can go
in
to
the Schengen zone.
yeah. That's very interesting. Congratulations, Nana.
Merci beaucoup.
You keep doing it. You keep doing it, and
God is good.
God is good.
All
we
the
need
time.
we need to take lessons, on how to make it
What
happen.
is happening to your mental health initiative?
That is why I'm coming for the lessons. We need to.
You
I need to be.
abandoned it.
I haven't. I
What
haven't.
is
This year.
happening?
This
It's
year.
on
This
ice.
year we're actually doing a tour. We have broken it down to young women who are going through mental health issues, and so this year we're doing a tour.
Why young women?
That is the focus we have decided on because they don't get a lot of attention.
The young women.
The young women. In fact, I've made visits to a couple of rehabilitation centers, and I
Right.
find that the men actually get more attention than the women.
Okay.
Yes, and
That's
also because the women are shielded from the space of rehabilitation for whatever reason. I'm not sure. So a lot of
That's
the time,
weird.
yes, a lot of the time they don't get.
I have a friend you should meet, Jahara.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've heard of her?
I think I've actually met her. She's at airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's planning something really big for mental health.
Absolutely.
Something really,
I will.
really, really,
I
really
will.
big. And she's building 2 facilities. She's building a mental health facility in Jawulu.
Okay.
And then she's building a rehab spa in the Volta region. And so for
That
those who
is
I mean,
Sorry.
there's so much discrimination that people don't even want to be seen going to a
Yes.
rehab center. Yeah, so it's like a spa. There's a lot of serenity, privacy, and she's
That
doing
is
something really
wonderful.
major. And I
That's
think
wonderful.
you should meet her.
But Nana, do you know that a lot of the rehab centers they do just independent sexes? So it's either male or female. They don't have centers that host both.
Why?
Because they fall in love.
But what's wrong with falling in love?
No, but you're there for treatment, though. You're not there to come and love. So it makes it difficult for them to get the attention that they need.
Right. Okay, that makes more sense. But
Yes.
Nobody should stop true
People
love.
from true love.
Don't get in the way of true love.
Yeah.
But if it derails.
Yes.
If it derails.
Yes, because when they fall in love now, it's like it messes everything up.
But
They are
maybe
not
they will
willing.
feel better.
I'm wondering if it's his love that they're falling in or just emotional
Absolutely.
attachment.
You know,
You know.
because I mean, when
Well,
they are
at that
there.
particular moment, you feel,
It's love, you think it's love.
or there's some
It's just some emotion.
emptiness, and you
Yes.
find comfort
Avoid
and
anything that
solace
someone is
in.
feeling it.
Yeah. Oh, but that's a very interesting.
Yeah, so they either do
Development.
just male, because at the Accra Psychiatric Hospital, there is actually a rehab center
Right.
independent of the psychiatric hospital
Okay.
inside the Accra Psychiatric
And who
Hospital.
do they cater to?
Male,
Right.
just male.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of other ones I've seen also do just male. So it means that the
But
women,
why are they sidelining the women?
that is,
That's something I'm sure your foundation will be able
that
to.
is, yeah, that is,
you know,
we're
figure
still,
out,
yeah.
help
So
us
we're
out.
doing, right, I think right now what I'm doing is I'm doing a lot of the groundwork, getting,
You used groundwork last year in my conversation with you.
I did.
Yeah, in 2025,
I
you're
did
still
that
using
because it's
groundwork.
just, no, it's because, it's me and
I think
just,
I gave her so much pressure, she stopped talking to me.
oh, no, not at all. It's just me and two other people, and we have little resources, so we're moving at a snail pace. But we definitely, this year, we're going hard.
Yeah, but it can't be an excuse.
Yeah.
Because if you started last year
Yeah.
with groundwork and in 2025 you're
We're still doing groundwork.
then you haven't moved.
Right.
But it can't just be the three of you. That is why you need to reach out.
Yeah.
You need to reach out. It's part of the, and you're a very confident person.
Yeah.
It's part of the.
It's part of the audacity. You need to be
Courage.
audacious
Yeah.
and reach out. Yeah. When they say no to you, it's fine. At least you tried.
Yeah.
But it's they're bad,
Yeah.
not yours.
They're not
It's on them.
yours.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you
So
should
this
do
is
it.
the point where I feel like I should have been in France this year.
Oh, the way you are doing groundwork, you come and throw us down.
No worry.
Then you are crying.
I
We'll
should,
send you videos. You can watch on our WhatsApp status.
I will, absolutely. But next year, I'm
goes on.
definitely going wherever you're going.
We
So,
go on our
what are the
YouTube
cities that we
channel.
should look at? London definitely is on the list.
Well, I don't know yet.
Ah!
We haven't decided
We do
yet.
it one step at a time.
London is on the list. And we will go to, oh, no, I was thinking, so if we're going to Italy, which city will we go to?
Hey, maybe Milan.
Milan.
But it is not on the.
No, but I'm just asking. I know. I'm just
This
asking.
girl is, why is she rushing us?
I know. But thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for coming
Natalia,
through.
for having
So
us.
I think at this point I can't even ask for anyone to reach out to you because everything is pretty much
No, it's
done.
closed.
It's closed.
It's closed,
But
yeah.
Nanaba's inbox is still open. Send
Are
her.
they?
No, as in people send their personal stuff all the
You
time.
lock them from time.
No, X is locked.
Okay.
Facebook is Instagram too. It has to go to request.
Before it comes.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how you protect your sanity.
I know,
It's
because there's so
important.
many things, so many things,
Yeah.
so many things.
Yeah.
But God bless you. You're doing amazing.
Amen. God
You're doing
bless you too.
amazing. Thank you so
Work on
much.
your project. Move
I-
from groundwork to the main work.
I am. I'm going to move. Nah, thank you so much for coming through.
welcome.
And please don't drop me as a student.